Hi, this is Khurram Sakim. Welcome to Recorded Lectures of Economics, Cambridge, IGCSE, and O Level. Today, I'm going to discuss three things in this lecture. The one is paper syllabus, the second is paper pattern, and the third one is assessment objective. Let's start. Syllabus Cambridge O Level Economics. The code number is 2281. Cambridge IGCSE Syllabus Economics 0455. According to Cambridge syllabus, O Level and IGCSE syllabus are quite same. And this syllabus is valid for 2023, 2024, 2025. Your whole syllabus comprises of 6 sections. The very first section is the basic economic problem. Second is allocation of resources. And the third one is microeconomic decision makers. The fourth one is government and macroeconomy. Fifth one is economic development. And the sixth one is international trade and globalization. Now I'm going to discuss each and every section one by one in detail. Basic economic problem. In every economy there is a problem: what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. In this section you will study 4 chapters: the nature of economic problem, as I told you, that what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. The factor of production, there are 4 factors of production: land, labor, capital, enterprise. Opportunity cost, whenever you produce any particular thing and when you invest any spend any particular amount on a particular thing, so there is opportunity cost. You have to forgive something to do something. Production possibility curve, there is a curve that shows the total production capacity of any particular country or nation producing two commodity and more than that using factors of production. The second section is allocation of resources. How to allocate your resources. Resources are for land, labor, capital, enterprise. Every country, every nation, every economy has different dynamics and paradigm and dimensions to allocate their resources according to their need and situation. Microeconomics and macroeconomics difference. There is the difference between micro talks about individual capacity, individual firm, individual person. Macroeconomics talks about the whole economy, aggregate of all firms like industry. The role of the market in allocating resources. There are various markets of producing any particular commodity, and they have different attitude and different dimension and dynamics to allocate their resources. There is very important concept of demand. Demand is something when consumer has willingness to buy and ability to buy a particular commodity. This concept is very important in economics because without this you cannot cop up the complete paper, you cannot cover the complete syllabus. And again, the supply is from the producer side. Any producer has a willingness and ability to produce something. It means he can produce any particular commodity. And the concept of demand and supply is very important in the whole syllabus of economics. Demand is again correlated to the price. Elasticity of demand is the percentage change of demand with respect to percentage change in price. If it is more than that, if it is less than that, there is elastic demand, there is inelastic demand. We will discuss in detail. Again, supply is correlated with price elasticity of supply. In the same context, there is percentage change in supply with respect to change in price. When supply is more than price, when the change in supply is less than price, ultimately there is elastic supply, there is inelastic supply. We'll discuss in detail. Price determination. When the demand and supply intersects each other, this helps the market to decide the price of a particular commodity. Price changes, ultimately price changes when there is a shift in price, the demand, where there is a shift in supply, the price changes. Sometimes price increases, sometimes price decreases. Market economic system. Yes, there is a system to run any particular economy. There are 3 types of system normally: the planned economy, the market economy, and the mixed economy. Market failure, yes, when the economy runs, but there are some reasons, there are some factors for which the market has failed. There is monopoly, there is a demerit good, there is something more in that we will discuss. Mixed economy, mixed economic system, when there is a market economy and planned economy, they go together. Ultimately, there is a mixed economic system. There are some business are run by the government and some business are run by the private sector. There is a mix of the economy. Now we move toward the Section 3. Section 3 is all about microeconomic decision maker. In this section, we will study the money and the banking, household people who are living in any particular economy, and what do they do, what are their demands, what are their expectations. They are consumer, they want to improve their living standard. Workers and the people who present themselves to work any particular organization, they are workers. Sometimes they prepare and they make the trade union. When they become the trade union is something they ask and they bargain to the producer about their goods and services and their salaries. Firms are any particular organization who produce goods. Firms and production, ultimately firms have capacity to produce a particular commodity. When they produce goods and to sell to the market, they face some other things. For example, firms cost, whenever they produce a particular commodity, there is a cost of producing that commodity. When they sell to the market, they get the revenue from the people, from the consumers. And objectives, what are the objectives of the firms, we'll discuss in detail. Market structure, yes, when any particular firm or producer come into the market, they face competition. For example, perfect competition, for example monopoly, for example monopolistic competition. What are the differences in each of them, we'll discuss. Then we'll study the government and the macroeconomy. Economy, I discussed earlier that macroeconomy is all about aggregate of all firms, the whole nation, national income, large scale setup in which all individual firms are there. And government do have intervention. Government can intervene sometime to some extent, sometime government can't intervene. The role of the government to run a particular economy as macroeconomy as whole. Macroeconomic aims of government. What are the aims of the macroeconomic from the government? Government aim is that there should be unemployment, there should be less unemployment, there should be control on inflation, there should be more and more availability and chances to have people for employment. Fiscal policy is run by the elected government. For example, there is a federal minister of any particular government who run the government and they make the policy, and the fiscal policy tools are taxation and government spending. Monetary policy is run and controlled, governed by the central bank of any particular country. Central bank has two tools. One is interest rate and the other is money supply. Supply side policy. Supply side policy is all about production, to increase production, sell to the market, and this way macroeconomy can grow. Economic growth is there when there is a increase in production as compared to last year. And how can be increased? How can economic growth can be controlled? How can economic growth be calculated? We'll discuss in this chapter. Employment and unemployment. Employment means there should be every person who has job. No one may remain in the economy without employment. So employment has uh, growth, employment has variation, and ultimately there is unemployment. When there is unemployment, there are 4 or 5 types of unemployment we'll discuss in detail. And there is a formula to calculate unemployment. Inflation, when there is increase in price as compared to the last year, this is called inflation. When price decreases in, probably in some developed economy, it happens as there is a deflation. But normally the behavior that comes to the market in the whole world, that is inflation. The fourth, the fifth section is all about economic development. Development is there when there is increase in production is more than increase in population. Well, in this economic development, we'll discuss about the living standard of the people who are living in any particular economy. There should be no poverty. There should be less poverty in any particular economy. Ultimately, there should be control on population. When the control is on population, ultimately the per capita income increases of a particular country, living standard increases, human development index increases, and this is all about economic development. International trade and globalization. International trade is all about export and import. Globalization, it means that any particular commodity that is produced in in part of the country, but that is available to the other part of the country, there is communication, there is internet, there is airplanes, there are infrastructure to move from one country to another country. That's called globalization. International specialization, one particular country specializes in production of one particular commodity and sell it to the other commodity, sell it to the other country. That's called the concept of specialization. And import, the commodity in which the country do not have a specialization. So this is called international specialization, globalization, free trade, and protection. Yes, when a particular country export goods, ultimately the balance of payment increases. There is increase in foreign exchange. But when the particular country increases imports, that decreases balance of payment, and this is not good for any particular country, and balance of payment gets negative or deficit. And in this way, the government can protect to decrease imports by import quota, by tariff, by some other measures. Foreign exchange rate. Yes, when two countries exchange goods to each other, ultimately they exchange their currency. When Pakistani rupee has exchanged to dollar and the dollar has exchanged to Pakistani rupee, ultimately there is a rate between them, and that rate is called conversion rate, is called foreign exchange rate. Every country currency has exchange rate to other different currency rate. Current account to balance of payment. Balance of payment is something total receipts and total payments of particular country, and the difference of them is called balance of payment. Balance of payment may be positive, may be negative, and there is one particular part of that balance of payment. There is current account, and current account there is a trade of merchandise, means exports and imports, and how to calculate, retain, and measure these kind of things. And this is all about we'll study in this chapter. The whole syllabus is there. Now I move towards the second part of the video. Expectation. When you appear in IGCSE exam or O-level exam of economics, there is expectation of examiner from the student, and the expectation is that you must know and understand economic terminology, concept, and theory. You must know the meaning of demand. Normally demand means you want something, but in economics demand has particular meaning, particular terminology, particular concept. Demand is something when the consumer is willing to buy something and has ability to buy something, when it means he has money to buy that particular good. So in economics there is different concept with different theories. For example, in normal English you use word thing, but in economics you do not use word thing, you use a word commodity, you use word goods. So you have to use economical terminology, economical concepts, economical theories. Use basic economic numeracy, interpret economic data. You have to interpret data. How to interpret data? My next video will be on that. Use tools of economic analysis. You have to analyze your data. My next video will be on that. Express economic ideas logically, clearly in written form. Yes, you have to appear in your examination in written form. Ultimately, you have to write answers logically. There must be logic. Logic is there. For example, when price increases, quantity demand decreases. But when price increases, supply also increases. There is a logical answer. Apply economic understanding to current economic issues. Yes, when you appear in paper 2, in paper 2 there is section A, there is a long case study. In that case study there is a table, there is a diagram, there is a schedule, and that may be related to any particular country, any particular part of the world, and it has some information and current economic issue, and you have to write your answer according to that current economic issue. Now I move toward the next part of your video, that is assessment objective. What are assessment objective? When examiner start examining the copy and the answer sheet of any particular student, examiner want you to write the answer as per Cambridge assessment objective. How an examiner assess the copy? There are three criteria, there are three areas by which an examiner assess particular answer script. The one is assessment objective 1, assessment objective 2, assessment objective 3. You have to recall, you have to remember that AO1, AO2, and AO3. What are these? Assessment objective 1 is all about knowledge and understanding. What does it mean? Show knowledge and understanding of economic definition, formula, concept, and theory. Use economic terminology. For example, when the question comes with define, state, identify, you have to write only definition from the book or particular material. You have to write command words in that particular definition. You have to cram, you have to retain in your mind. You don't have to analyze, you don't have to evaluate that. Only you have to give definition or formula, and the concept that is called knowledge and understanding. By knowledge and understanding, if you provide correct knowledge and understanding in the exam, you can score grade E and D. But if you want to score more than grade E and D, you have to cover assessment objective 2. What is that? Analysis. What is analysis? Examiner assess your copy on the basis of analysis. If you have analyzed data properly, you can get good score too. What is analysis? Select, organize, interpret data. You will be given a particular case study. You have to interpret data. You have to write answers according to that interpretation. Use economic information and data to recognize pattern and deduce relationship. You have to deduce relationship from the table, from the schedule, from the diagram. For example, there is direct relation, there is inverse relation between what? Between GDP of a particular country and inflation rate, between GDP of a particular country and any other variable. You have to write, you have to deduce the relationship. Apply economic analysis to written, numerical, diagrammatic, and graphical data. Yes, there is a diagram, there is a schedule. Sometimes you have to draw the diagram too in a written form, and you have to apply economic analysis on that diagram. For example, the diagram is moving upwards, moving upward, moving downward, or the diagram increasing with increasing rate, or diagram decreasing with increasing rate. This is the whole thing I'm going to discuss in detail in my upcoming lectures. Analyze economic issues and situation, identifying the developing link. You have to develop the link between the data, between the issues, between the situation. When you do that, and tell me, don't worry about this, my next video would be on that, how you can score, how can you answer on the basis of knowledge and understanding, how can you answer on the basis of analysis, how can you answer on the basis of evaluation. And if you evaluate, if you analyze properly in your answer script, then you have a chance to score grade C and B. But if you want to score more than that, grade A and A star, you have to work on evaluation assessment objective 3. What is that? Evaluate economic information and data, distinguish between economic analysis and unreasoned statement, recognize the uncertainties of the outcome of economic decision and event, communicate economic thinking in a logical manner. When there is a question in the exam with the word discuss, you have to write the both side, the one pros and the other is cons. When you write contrasting ideas, comparative ideas of that particular answer, there is a chance, there is a way you can evaluate the answer. By doing this, you can score grade A and A star. So ultimately, if you want to score A grade and A star, you have to cover, you have to understand, you have to write answer in your answer script on the basis of knowledge and understanding, on the basis of analysis, on the basis of evaluation. I'm moving towards your third part of this video, that is paper pattern. Your paper consists of 120 marks. 120 marks has two division. The one is paper 1 consists of 30 MCQ, 30 marks, and you will be provided 45 minutes to answer 30 MCQs. Again, your economics paper has other part, that is paper 2 is structured question. This paper has two sections. The one is section A, the other is section B. Section A has one compulsory question. There is a long case study consists of 30 marks. Section B have 4 questions and you have to attempt 3 questions out of 4, and it has 60 marks. When you add on 30 marks from section A and 60 marks from section B, the whole paper 2 consists of 90 marks, and you will be provided to appear and answer paper 2 in 2 hours 15 minutes. 2 hours 15 minutes for paper 2, 45 minutes for paper 1. Your paper 1, again, paper 1, 30 MCQ, 30 marks, and 45 minutes you will have to cover and answer that. And this is paper 1 MCQ. You can find on the internet past papers starting like this. Paper 1 economics, May, June 2023, 45 minutes you will have, and you have to write answers, and you will be given the answer sheet. And answer sheet you will have every MCQ, you will have 4 part answer A, B, C, D, and you have to uh, color with the pencil in that particular rectangle. If the correct answer is A, you have to color the rectangle of particular A. I will show the answer sheet too in the next video. Your whole economics paper has, if I talk about paper 2 has two sections. This is section A. Section A is long case study. There is a paragraph, then there is a diagram, there is a schedule, or there is a table. And after that, there is again the paragraph continues over here. After that, you will be asked questions A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. And this whole case study consists of 30 marks. And again, your paper 2 has other sections, section B. Section B has again 4 short essay questions. Every question consists of 20 marks. There is a short essay from this to this. And after this short essay, you are supposed to answer 4-part question, part A, B, C, D. Every question, every short essay question consists of 20 marks. And out of 4 questions, you have to attempt only 3 questions. Section A, 1 compulsory question, 30 marks. Section B, 3 questions from a choice of 4. And you have to attempt 3 questions, 20 marks, 20 marks, 20 marks by adding answers of 3 questions. The whole section B consists of 60 marks. Paper 2, Section A, long case study consists of 30 marks. Look at this. Section A, 30 marks. And this is my personal recommendation. You have to spend only 45 minutes to answer Section A. If you spend more than that, it means you are going to reduce the time of appearing and answering Section B. Section A Section A has these questions. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. And in the exam, section A, part A question normally comes with the name calculate, identify, 1-mark question. Part B, define or state, 2-mark question. Part C, explain, 2-mark question. Part D, explain, 4-mark question. Part E comes with the word draw or analyze, 4-mark question. Part F, analyze, 5-mark question. And this is normally from the table, this schedule, this diagram. And you have to answer from the table, from the schedule, from the diagram in this analyze question that has 5 marks. Part G, discuss, 6 marks question. Part H, discuss, 6 marks question. My next video will be on that, how to appear, how to attempt economics paper 1 and paper 2, section A. And I will discuss in detail how to write the answer with the word calculate, how to write the answer with the word define, explain, 2-mark question, explain, 4-mark question, analyze, 5-mark question, analyze, 4 marks question, discuss. I will discuss in detail how to write the answer of these command words with the help of assessment objective as set by the Cambridge examination. Again, paper 2, 90 marks, section B. Section B, you have to attempt 3 questions. Each question carries 20 marks, like this. Well, section B consists of 60 marks, and you have to spend 1 hour 30 minutes. That's my personal recommendation. As I discussed earlier, in section A, you have to spend 45 minutes. For section B, you have to spend 1 hour 30 minutes. And in this way, it's very logical. You have to spend 30 minutes to each question. Each question means this, and this. And now comes with the short essay question. Every short essay question has 4 parts. Part A, calculate, identify, define, 2-mark question. Part B, explain, 4-mark question. Part C, analyze, 6-mark question. Part D, discuss, 8 marks question. In my next video, I will discuss in detail how to write the answer, how to attempt these, and how to write the answer of these command words. What to write when the word paper comes with calculate, 2 marks, and how to write the answer with the word analyze, 6 marks, and what are the assessment objective, and what is the division of assessment objective in these command words. Go to see the next slide. Assessment objective of paper 2, section A. As you know very well, section A has question A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H with the word calculate, identify, B, define state, C, explain, D, explain, E, draw, analyze, F, analyze, G, discuss, H, discuss. Paper 2, section A, part A. When the question comes with calculate or identify, now you have to write answer on the basis of knowledge, analysis, and evaluate. And you will see when part A question comes, it comes of 1 mark, and you have to write answer of 1 mark on the basis of knowledge. You have to write only definition. You have to only identify the name and how to write the answer. My next video will be on that. Part B, define or state, 2 mark question, and you have to write only knowledge. You will get 2 marks on the basis of knowledge. Explain, 2 marks, you will get 2 marks on the basis of knowledge. Explain, 4 marks, you will get 4 marks on the basis of knowledge. Now, when the question comes with draw, you have to draw the diagram, and you will get 4 marks on the basis of knowledge. There is no analysis, it means 0. When you add 4 plus 0, you will get 4 marks. But when the question comes with the word analyze, you have to write answer in a theory way, in a theoretical way. It means you will get 2 marks on the basis of knowledge, and you will get 2 marks for the analysis. By adding 2 for knowledge and 2 for analysis, you will get 4 marks total. Again, part F. The question comes with the word analyze. You will get 2 marks for the knowledge and 3 marks on the basis of analysis. You will get 5 marks. Discuss, 3 marks for analysis, 3 marks for evaluate, 6 marks. Again, 3 for analysis, 3 for evaluation, 6 marks. By adding all these marks, you will get 30 marks question from section A. Assessment objective, paper 2, section B. In section B, you have to attempt 3 questions out of 4 questions, and every question, each question has 4 parts: define, state, identify. Part B, explain. Part C, analyze. Part D, discuss. Now, define, state, identify consists of 2 marks question, and you will get 2 marks on the basis of knowledge. And explain, you will get 4 marks on the basis of knowledge. Analyze, you will get 6 marks. Out of 6 marks, 2 marks on the basis of knowledge and 4 marks on the basis of analysis. Discuss, 8-mark question. Out of 8 marks, 4 marks are from the analysis and 4 marks are from the evaluation. Again, don't worry about that. How to write the answer of these command words on the basis of assessment objective. My next video will be on that. And the last thing, note, all questions in section A and section B are from different topics. For example, define may be the question from the chapter of demand. Explain may be the question from the chapter of inflation. Analyze may be from elasticity of demand. And discuss may be from production. It means in every question, whether it is from section A or section B, and every part of section A and every part of section B, all questions come from different topics. Thank you so much. Hope you understand the concept. Allah Hafiz.